Hey guys, John Frainer here with Frainer Restorations. It's been a while since I was able to get a video out. I have been crazy busy with a business we are starting, and then I ran into some software issues with my video editing. Finally got that all sorted out, back on track. So anyways, we are here at the object that started this whole thing is a broken seat. As you can see here in this picture, it is very lumpy, very broken down on the end there, and this is what kicked off this whole project. It was supposed to be just the seat, and then while we were at it, we were going to do the carpet, and now we're doing pretty much a full cab restoration. But here we are finally at the seat. So you can see how bad it is, and in this video it'll be a combination of just kind of time lapses of us doing the work, and then some voiceover and some of the live recordings where I'm kind of explaining the processes as we go. So it's a slightly longer video than what I've been doing, but hopefully there's a lot of good tidbits in here for you guys, so enjoy. So, how do you know what to cut? See all these little rings? You start cutting them. I don't know if your hands will be strong enough. Now, one of the upgrades I'm going to do, you see these hog rings from about 15 years ago? They're rusting pretty bad. So I have ordered some stainless steel ones. I think they're right here. So I've got this pack of stainless steel ones. So hopefully they will not do this. I know that it's not really hurting anything, but it bothers me. You know, the fact that there's rust happening. I don't want it to happen again on the new seat. And then anytime there's rust, it seems to promote rust in other areas.
Film me trying to do this one.
Okay.
This is fun.
You want to come pick them off after I cut them right? Okay. So I'll snip them, and then you use those cutters to grab them and pull them out. Okay? This probably could have gone another round. And see, I've already done some patchwork with some other foam, glued it in there. So I just ordered the whole kit. So we're doing the whole thing, upper and bottom, be done with it. See any breaks, that's good.
This one doesn't want to come out.
Yeah, so it's very tricky. Once I get them all cut off, come back around and start helping you pull them out.
So has the seat been changed before?
The cover has. A long time ago, before you were born. boy, look at that mess. So here's the broken end spring that supports the edge. Really common issue. And then you can see the foam is just completely disintegrated through here. So there's no padding on that part. There goes the spring. Now you can see my hokey fixes from last time. Had some low spots. They're not as defined now. These used to be much more defined. And I just cut open cell foam, thinner version of this stuff, and glued it in to prevent some of these low spots. Same thing here. You can see this was really bad. So I just made a piece to lift it up, and it worked. You sat really nice in the truck for a while, but these last few years it's been getting worse and worse. And you can see now it's just completely shot. Added a piece down here too. So what we'll do is go through and make sure these are all level, reshape them so they have the proper support, and then put the new handspring in. I'll probably replace that one even though it's not broken, because why not? I've already got it, and it's such a common issue, you might as well just get it over with. I'll reshape these a little bit so they come up where they're supposed to. Okay, I'll give you guys a closer look at this. So that seems to be the easiest way to load these things. It's kind of awkward. So basically, you've got slots here and a little ribbing thing, and you want to go over that ribbing and that slot with your hog ring. And what I'm aiming for is to kind of be center. That way, if it needs to shift, it can either direction. Now the corner here, it seems a little awkward. So I think what I'm going to do is get the other end in place and then figure out the corners. Basically, we're just kind of tucking this down in. Like that. Okay, so I'm going past the stitching along that ribbing. And then, like I said, just centering it on the slot, so it can move around if it needs to. Oop. Come back here. So you just kind of compress the foam a little bit. This is new foam, so it's good and stiff. These clap pretty easy. These are a decent set of pliers. It's a set I got through, got them at Amazon. It was a dual set, flat design, and the 45-degree. GEARWRENCH was the brand. They were really affordable. They're nice and sturdy. You can see how easy they collapse these. I don't have my helpers today. It's such a nice day out. Daughter wanted to go play next door with her friend. My wife's busy, so I don't have as many of the cool moving close-ups and stuff as when we were taking the seat apart. Okay, so now that I've got both ends secure, it seems to be a little more doable. So I don't mind if we got some funkiness here. Not really going to see that, but I don't want to see it on the corner. So I'm just pushing down and pulling it to these, trying to get an idea what it's going to look like. So it looks like I just need to kind of split the difference. So a little bend here and a little bend here, and I think it'll be fine. I really need to quit dropping these down in the springs. These like to get tangled up on each other. Alright. So now let's see here. I think I got it. Yeah, we got a little bump there. Okay, we got a little bump there. The corner's looking nice on the part you see. So I think we're doing good. And our stitch is lining right up with that, so I guess that's good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this outer one and then figure out where to put the center one. I think that's going to come out the best. So let's try that. Let's see if my left-handedness can do this right-handed. Nope. Try it again. Got it. All right. Okay. So now, again, I'm just going to split the difference and center it. So it looks like right about here is where I want it. Yeah, looks really good on that side. So now, we'll see what happens. Alright. So, yeah, it looks funky along here, but it looks good there. So I think we're good, and we'll just start filling in. Okay, so now, I want to make sure we don't end up with a bulge anywhere. So let's see where it wants to naturally sit, and we'll come to the middle. Attach that. and then just kind of hop back and forth, I think. So again, we got a slot here, and we're just going to aim for center. That way the seat can move around, kind of settle itself. So now we'll kind of split the difference here. I'm going to have a little looseness here. And again, we'll split it here. So you got a slight bow here, but looks beautiful along here. So that's what we want. Seems to be working out pretty good. And we'll just keep centering this and splitting all the gaps. That way, it's a bunch of small bows spread across and not one huge one somewhere that's going to cause a bulge in the seat. So now we'll do the middle one here. And again, we'll split the difference. So we'll just find the middle of the bulge, hook it, put it right in the center. Yep. There we go. That's one side. Oh, that's not good. We don't want to pull it out. Yeah, we sure are. We're pulling that out. So we're going to twist it, tighten it up. Yeah, that doesn't want to come out. Okay, I'll try that again. Made progress, so twisting and pushing. And we're sliding it inside of there. So, keep an eye out for that. You don't want to do that, 'cause this is a pain in the butt, guys. But we're almost there already. Twist to push. Carefully slide it back. Now it's some kind of paper fiber. Looks like a super strong cardboard or something. I'm not really sure what it is, but you can bend it. So, be careful of that. All right. So we got that centered again. So let's see if we can get this. So, man, this is a stretch. Well, you upholstery guys are probably laughing your asses off about this point. All right, got it. There's one end. Get a better view for you guys. Sorry about that. It's hard to do this when you've only got the one camera and nobody to help. All right. It's the same thing. We're just trying to compress that foam. And what I'm doing is I'm pulling the vinyl around and then putting my knee on it to help. And I actually don't think with how tight this is, we're in danger of a bulge. So I'm going to work my way across. I think that's going to be easier. All right. So here, I'm making sure there's no bulge because I was a little short on the other end. So I don't think there's any danger of having a big bulge at the end. The opposite end from where I'm working. And again, I'm just centering these. I keep saying that, but I imagine that's going to help a lot in the seat sitting properly and being able to shift around as it needs to. There we go. That was a big help. I basically just pushed that foam that way. And these, they don't really, there's nothing specific to do with them. In the videos I've watched of this being done, you trim them down or just secure them up out of the way like this. Alright. Now we'll secure the seat frames. Okay. So back here we'll have to poke some holes. Get started. Now just gotta find the holes. I have found in doing the carpet that a Phillips screwdriver works surprisingly good at making these holes. And it's bigger than a regular awl, so you get a bigger hole to start with. So, a little trick there. All right. Okay. I always like to finish this kind of stuff off by hand. I don't get a good feel with that ratchet as far as how tight things are. I'm afraid of either snapping a bolt or having something too loose, so I always finish it off by hand like that. Okay. So now I got to remember how all this mechanism goes together. Took this apart so long ago. I recall there was a couple hog ring pliers that, not pliers, but a couple of hog rings that kept it up out of the way and kept the tension on it. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I started off with the frame oriented in the proper direction, and then at some point, I think it was when I stood it up, I flipped the frame around so it was backwards. And I did not catch it until I was completely done doing all the hog rings and getting the cover all the way on, and then I went to put it on the seat bottom and realized the frame was pointing the wrong way. So this was really easy to do because I wasn't paying full attention. So there's a little tidbit for you guys right there, is to really pay attention with the direction of the frame and how it attaches to the seat. So there you go. Hope that was useful and amusing for you. So what I'm doing here is fixing one of the threads. At the seat there are two really big Phillips screws that hold the seat back to the seat bottom. They're number 3 Phillips. And one of them on the left side was cross-threaded. And I could not get the screw to go in properly. So the fun part is it's a very specific thread, and it was not any type of thread in my huge tap and die set that I have. So what I'm doing here is I am carefully attempting to run the screw from the other side of the hole that hopefully is not as damaged. That way I can clean the threads up a bit. Fortunately, the screw is a tapered style and can kind of self-tap on its own. And as you can see, I am actually having some good luck once I got that stupid spring out of the way. And I'm just very carefully and firmly running that screw in all the way through, and now I'm taking it out. And I'll flip it around to the other side and make sure it works, as you can see here. And fortunately it did work because, like I said, it's a very specific thread. So there's another tidbit for you. If you run into this issue, just try running it from the other side very carefully. So there you go, the seat all completed in all of its glory. The start of this runaway project is now complete. Keep an eye out for the next video where I'm going to go over the end result of the entire cab restoration. And also hit the subscribe button and like this video. That'll help out my channel a lot. I really appreciate it. And keep an eye out for the next video.